What's up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is all about how to tie-dye and reverse tie-dye using bleach. I tried to keep this video super simple and to the point with as little items that you will need as possible. The tie-dye kit that I got was amazing. I definitely recommend it and I will have it linked down below. I got it off Amazon. It did take a little bit of time, but hopefully if you order now, it'll get here soon. So I created a bunch of different pieces all using the same method, which you guys will see in a second. I only showed it on a pair of sweatpants, but I did the exact same thing for all of the items. Socks, I did shirts, I did sweatshirts, and sweatpants as well. So I did a bunch of different colors. I love how they all came out. Stay tuned to the end because I kind of walk you through and try on each item for you guys. But let's just jump right into it because I'm sure you guys want to get started tie-dyeing and don't want to hear me ramble. So stay tuned and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so this is like the tie-dye kit. It comes with rubber bands, all the colors, gloves, and plastic bags here. So it's a good kit. We have a big tall pot of warm water to dunk the clothes in before. And then we did want to dilute it a little bit with dish soap we've been seeing to do. So we have dish soap, paper towels to test out the color, and then bleach because we are going to bleach some of our colored items and then obviously tie-dye our white items. So this is kind of what we have to get started. Okay, so a lot of dye comes in each bottle, so I poured a lot of it out because I wanted it to be more of like a lightish color, not so dark. So I diluted it with some dish soap and then just filled it up with some water, and if you want it lighter you could just keep adding some water. Then I tested the color out on a paper towel just to make sure it was the exact shade that I wanted. It looked good to me. It was like a really pretty turquoisey color, so I thought it was good. So I put my garment into this pot. You want it damp, so definitely squeeze it out. You do not want it soaking wet. So wring it out, try to get all the water out of it. I did not go with the spiral method. I went with the splatter method. So basically you just scrunch up your garment and then just put on a few different rubber bands depending on how much white you want. I didn't want that much white, so you'll see later I kind of opened the rubber bands back up to put a little bit more dye, but for the first time, you definitely want to put those bands as a marker for all of the white color. So I'm just doing the same thing for this side. Once again, you put your rubber bands in different directions just so the pattern is very random and it doesn't look the same or repetitive. Okay, so I probably put a good 4 or 5 rubber bands on an entire sweatpant, and now you are ready to tie-dye. And honestly, this was just so soothing and so fun. You definitely want to like kind of pull back some pieces of the garment just to kind of make sure the dye is going underneath so it's not just on the front surface. But once again, I opened up some of the rubber bands because I didn't want a lot of white on this garment. You'll see that in a second, but you could kind of just go to town on this. I believe I used 2 squirt bottles. If you run out, just fill it up with the dye again and water and do the same process. But as you could see when I took out the rubber bands, I saw that there was a lot more white than I wanted, so I just scrunched it up again without rubber bands and kind of went to town. The rubber bands are really just a marker for the white. They're not like important for the drying process. They're just important for when you're actually dyeing it, the item. So here you could see I wanted to kind of maintain the scrunching method, so I just scrunched it up without rubber bands and then added some more dye, and I'm so happy I did because I love how they came out, and it definitely would have had too much white. If you want more white in your tie-dye, then don't undo the rubber bands, but if you want it a little bit more colored like I did, then definitely undo the rubber bands and just check it out to make sure. And once you like how it looked, just wrap it up into a plastic bag and leave it off to the side and you are good to go. Alright, so we did some dark blue pieces. I did a bunch of teals. We ran out of plastic bags. I did bleach. I'm so excited about how this guy's turning out. We did some socks. Oh, I don't want that on there. And then just a bunch more. So we're going to let it sit for probably around 6 hours and then we'll wash it off. Alright guys, it's like 6 hours later. Right? Yeah. We started at 1, it's like 7. Basically. So we're just gonna take all the rubber bands off, put them on a rinse cycle. Right, so we unbanded everything. It's still wet, so now we're just gonna throw them in to the wash cycle. This one came out so sick. Okay, so I'm gonna try on the tie-dye for you guys. I did this little matching tank top, back with the sweatpants, back with the matching socks, and I love how this look came out. It came out so cute. So this was the first pieces. This one is for sure my favorite. I did this one with bleach. I did the same technique though, rubber banded it, scrunched it, rubber banded it, put bleach in a little squirt bottle, and then obviously just went to town with it and had fun. I feel like it really looks like a piece that would be sold at Urban Outfitters. Obviously I wouldn't wear these two together, but I'm too easy to change out of it. This was a men's extra large Nike sweatshirt, and it's, where did I get it? I don't remember where I got it, to be honest, but I never really wore it because it was just plain olive and I just felt like it was like plain and boring, but now I love it and I'm gonna live in it. So that's this one. Okay, and then here's this one. Once again, it's a men's hoodie because I like them really oversized. I kind of wish I left a little bit more white because I went in and opened the bands and put a little bit more dye, but I actually really like it. Super cozy, and this like sweatshirt was like wrecked anyway. There was like a bunch of marks on it. It just like wasn't cute, but now I feel like it's fresh and updated. I didn't do the spiral method for any of them. I did the splatter one, so if you guys like the splatter, definitely just try the scrunching method. If you do want a little bit more white, don't undo the bands and add more dye like I did. I personally wanted less white and more color, so I undid the bands and added more dye, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super easy and fun. I definitely recommend it, especially during quarantine, because we have so much time on our hands and it was fun and entertaining and almost therapeutic. So I really do recommend it. But let me know what you guys want to see next on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.